So, like I mentioned right from the beginning, okay, the AGs are not. This is not about. It's not about telling you this is right, this is wrong. Okay, this is the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. It's not about that at all. Okay, I can't stress that enough. This is not about saying what is right and wrong. It is just to say that it's like that we have been doing things and we have been programmed in a way right from the start where it's like we have been taking in things right in our life. We have been programming ourselves. We've been conforming to things that we have thought were actually good for us, right? And most of what we thought were actually good for us was actually tuning us in kind of a different direction. So I have just a few questions, okay, that I want to ask you. Which, if you answer honestly to yourself, you don't need to answer, raise your hands or anything here right now, but you need to ask yourself this, okay? Are you speaking with God in a way that you speak to your spouse or your wife, your friend, your colleague? Are you speaking to God like that and having that kind of an interaction and a conversation? Okay, because that was the original plan. That's what Adam had. That's what Jesus had. That's what you and I are designed to have. So if you don't have that, then what we generally do is, because we don't have that, we resort to teachings, preachings, messages, and stuff like that, which is good. Okay, because I mean, initially to begin with, that's what God ordained the church to have. He gave teachers, preachers, apostles, and all that to set people up in a course of ministry where it's like you're supposed to find that relationship with God so that you don't need the ministry anymore. The ministry was not supposed to be a long-term plan. It was not supposed to be a lifelong club that we joined and attended every Sunday. It was not designed to be like that at all. It was to prepare you for ministry, and you're supposed to be out. It's supposed to be that preschool before you actually get out into the real world. It's supposed to prepare you for a real relationship. That's what it is supposed to be. It's not supposed to make you dependent on it. You're not supposed to be. I may sound a little weird and it may sound a little blunt to you, but you're not supposed to be part of a sitting church all your life. I don't know how to say this gently, but you're not supposed to be part of a church your whole life. Like the churches we have today, I'm talking about. Okay? You'll always be the church. Yeah, you'll always be a member of the kingdom, but you're not supposed to be a member of this organized church, going every Sunday and receiving and then coming back and getting drained out and then going back for a refill. It's not designed to be that way. There's something wrong with that system. We've fallen into this loop of, unless I get my fix, I can't face the week. So we have a Saturday, Sunday, we have a midweek meeting, and then we get our fix, and then it's like we're all pumped up again to face the world. It's not designed to be that way. We are supposed to have this relationship with the Father that is supposed to manifest from our life, and it's supposed to be the basis of our life. There's a reason I'm saying this, because I'm kind of like building up to what I said I was going to speak about today, which is intercession. Okay, because see, everything that I've spoken about up until now, or basically anytime I speak about anything to anyone, the fundamental, the core of everything is supposed to be based on a principle. Because if we get the principle right, if we get the understanding, the base foundation, mechanics right, then we are not really looking for external help anymore. We are not looking for guidance in how to do things. We are just living our life because now that principle has become a part of us, right? So if you've seen right from the beginning of this EG up until now, I've been speaking of something that we've been into, or speaking of something that we've been doing, the way we've been living, and then I've been giving you kind of like principles of how the kingdom operates, so that you understand that maybe I need to reevaluate things that are going on in my life. Maybe I need to reevaluate what I'm doing in my day-to-day living, right? So my question is, do you have a relationship with the Father that is like one-on-one? It's the core of being born again, because what did Jesus say, right? I have come to bring you to the Father. That's the whole point of Jesus. He didn't say, I'm come so that when you die, then you can go to heaven and be with the Father. He didn't say that. Nowhere in the Bible does it mention that. What I'm trying to say is that our life is not designed to be dependent on something external. We're not supposed to be dependent on someone telling us how to live our life. We are supposed to be dependent on the Father in oneness with Him, so that when we are in oneness with Him, our life is just a product of who He is. It's Him living His life. I guarantee you this, okay? If you have, not forget the if, it's when you have a relationship with Father God, okay, there is no way, you can quote me, I'm fine with that. No way will you want to be part of a church, an organized church. I guarantee you that. You will not adapt, you will not be able to survive in an organized church. Because the Father is something completely different than what we are listening to and what we are hearing about and what we are, you just won't survive there. It's not possible. Because the revelation, the life of the Father, the mind of the Father, the oneness that you share with the Father is so glorious and so vast. You won't get that off the pulpit. It doesn't come from there. The relationship is so unique and so glorious. No man can share that with you. No man can give you that experience of it. Only the Father can give you that experience of it. And the day and the moment we experience that oneness, that glory, no one will be able to satisfy what you know about the Father. No one. It is absolutely impossible that you will be able to sit under the voice of someone who's trying to teach you about who He is, or trying to tell you about who the Father is. You just won't buy it, because the Father's revelation to you will be the most unique thing you've ever experienced. It's that good. So the question still stands. Do you have that kind of a relationship? And if you don't have that relationship, that it should be the only focus of your life. The only focus of your life. Nothing else. Forget about your preaching and teaching and all that. It's good to hear it. I'm not saying don't hear it. It's good to hear it. It's motivation. It it kind of like pumps us up and all that stuff. It's good. It's great. But it can't give you what the Father can give you. And the Father is the only reason we have life. The Father is life. Apart from that, what's the point? There's no point. We are just in this rat race. We're just struggling. We're just trying to do things. It makes no sense. So we get stuck in this mold, in this little, this thing called life, where we are trying to get something, reach somewhere, achieve something, accomplish something in life, where there's no Father really involved in it, but we are looking for His help and His guidance, and we are looking for, the power to boost us on, move us on, and we are looking for that. And we keep looking for that, which is good. There's no good and there's no right and wrong, there's no good and bad, but there's that lacking, because everything goes back to the garden experience. Everything goes back to the original purpose, the original plan. That is the starting point. And if we know where everything went down south, that is the place we need to come back to. In other words, before that. So when God created Adam and Eve, He met with them in the cool of the day. He fellowshiped with them. They had an experience of Him. That's our life. Jesus came, the second man, the last Adam. He had a relationship with the Father. He showed us what the relationship with the Father is. He demonstrated and exemplified the Father for us. That is life. So unless we have that, everything else we are doing is still depending on an external reality to catch up to us, or for us to catch up to it.